Hello there, welcome to this video. This is the Bookkeeping Master on YouTube. I'm so excited. This is a brand new series that will cover everything you need to know about banking feeds and banking transactions. This is the first of a number of videos. They're all for free. I'm here to help you. Any questions along the way, use the comments section below. What is a banking feed? How do we use a banking feed? What are my options for accounting for bank transactions? Those are the questions that I will start answering from this video. Any business needs to account for its financial transactions, and a lot of those transactions will be going in and out of the business's bank account. And for some businesses, there will be multiple bank accounts. So it could be one account, it could be several accounts. But we have to account, we have to post, we have to record the transactions in and out of those bank accounts. So sales coming in, money coming in from customers, money paid in by the owner, payments out for expenses, payments out to the owner. These things have to be accounted for. And for most businesses, that is a lot of transactions because the bulk of financial transactions go through some sort of bank account. Hence this series. So let's look at the what. What are my options for posting bank transactions? So as a bookkeeper, as an accountant, what are your options for posting these transactions that are going in and out of bank accounts? Well, the first option is to do everything manually. This is the traditional way of accounting for bank transactions, is every item in and out of the bank account is recorded manually on your bookkeeping software. And I have lots of videos on my YouTube channel on how to post manual transactions. So we would go through each item on a bank statement and we would post that manually, whether that be money received from customers, payment for electric, the repayment of a loan. Those things will be accounted for manually. So that is one of your options, is to do what bookkeepers have done for hundreds of years, and that is to account for transactions one by one using some sort of manual system. Option 2 is to use a bank feed. Now, what a bank feed is, it's a bridge between your accounting software, so in this case Sage Accounting, and your online bank account. It's a secure connection, and Sage Accounting will download through the banking feed the banking transactions once a day, usually for the previous day. So every morning you'll get a fresh set of transactions from the previous day. Those transactions will show on your Sage Accounting software, and then you can choose what to do with those transactions. It is a very effective way, a time-efficient way to account for transactions, especially if there are multiple transactions every day. Some businesses may have 10 plus transactions a day. Some will have 100 plus. To account for those things manually is very time consuming. So that is an option, is to have this bank feed, this bridge between accounting software and the online banking. And I'll show you all about banking feeds, how to set it up, how to use a banking feed on Sage Accounting in this series. You have a third option, and the third option is to upload the transactions using a CSV file or something similar. Once again, I'll show you how to do this in this series, but basically you'll download the transactions from your online banking in some sort of statement, then upload that statement to Sage Accounting. So they are your three options. Post everything manually, use a banking feed, or upload the transactions. So the second question here, what is a bank feed? I've already covered that. It's this bridge. It's a feed that goes into the Sage software from the online banking that feeds the banking transactions, usually from the previous day. What is a bank reconciliation? There will be a whole other series about doing a bank reconciliation on Sage Accounting. I suggest you watch this series first. Head over to my website. It's for free, just like this one is. There is a Sage Accounting Bank Reconciliation course. But to answer the question very briefly, a bank reconciliation is a process in which we ensure the transactions on the software, so in this case Sage Accounting, match or are reconciled with the bank statements. It's to ensure that what we have posted to Sage is correct. But like I said, there's a whole series on bank reconciliations. That's another course. Okay, so why? I believe I may have answered some of this already, but why use a manual system? Why use a bank feed and why upload? You may choose to use a manual system because the business is extremely small and there's only 1 or 2 transactions a week. So why bother with a bank feed? Why bother uploading transactions when it's minimal work anyway? So that could be why you've chosen to use a manual system. You may choose to use a manual system because a bank feed scares you, or you don't know how to upload transactions. If that is the case, this series is perfect for you. You are going to be amazed how simple it is and how effective it is. It's going to save you so much time. So a couple of reasons why you would use a manual system. 1, you just don't feel you need to. 2, you don't know how to. And I'm going to show you how to in this video. Why would you use a banking feed? Well, I've touched on this a couple of times already. A banking feed really speeds up the process of accounting, of bookkeeping. It is extremely time efficient. It also irons out errors such as duplications. Because with a banking feed, the transactions are auto fed into the software. There should be no duplicates. There's no room for human error. So things like duplicates should be a thing of the past, theoretically. Why upload? So why choose to upload the transactions from a statement rather than a bank feed? Well, uploading is much quicker than entering things manually, so you may choose to upload for that reason. You may have a concern over security. Maybe you don't want a banking feed between your accounting software and your online banking. There's nothing to suggest that there's anything dangerous with having a banking feed. But I understand some people can be cautious, so uploading transactions manually may be the option for you. It may also be that the bank that the company uses doesn't offer a banking feed feature with Sage Accounting, so you don't have the option of creating this banking feed. Your next best option is to upload. Now, some of this terminology, uploading, banking feeds, may be a bit foreign to you, but I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you through the whole process. How do we do it? So how do we have a banking feed? How do we upload banking transactions to Sage? Well, this is what this series is really about, is to show you how to do these things. So this is video 1. I'll speak to you in video 2, where I'll show you how to connect, how to create a bank feed between Sage Accounting and your online banking. It's so easy. The video will be very simple and brief. Any questions, let me know below.